All right. Dude, headset, what is going on? I'm gonna like have to pry this thing apart, I guess. It just cut off right in the middle of me talking there. Hello, welcome, Mr. Ninja Weasel. You know what? What might earbuds sound like? I'm suddenly curious. Like, it couldn't be any worse than this, could it? Except they're downstairs in my satchel and not up here. Well, I guess we won't be trying that experiment tonight. But maybe we'll try that experiment sometime. See how that works out. I'll get rid of the old stream starting soon. And I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but since I saw Ninja Weasel drop this article on my Discord server, I thought, hey, we should probably talk about this. I have several Keith Giffen comic books, notably like Justice League International or Europe or whatever it was in the mid-'80s. And that's, you gotta respect a guy whose last words posted publicly by his family, not him, I believe, was told him I was sick, anything not to go to New York Comic Con. Oh, I guess the soundtrack might be a little loud, huh? Let me bump it down just a little bit. It's more cyberpunk music, dudes. Look, I've been playing cyberpunk. This is like my last basking in glory. I'm gonna go do the Chivos offline, right? Power swag, final words, exactly. You know, the funny thing is in OBS, it down in the corner of the chat window that I see, it's got a big emoji symbol here. Like, what happens if I click that? This actually cannot be performed inside stream. Here, that's what it's telling me when I try to click the big heart symbol it put there. So, what is the purpose of that? No one knows. But what a way to go out, and that's pretty fitting because his Justice League stuff in the '80s was definitely not like the standard kind of material. It had a irreverent, kind of funny edge to it, which is a little off-putting in places. Those first couple issues of JLI or JLE, whichever it is, little off-putting for me. But the book sure gets better real quick. At least in my opinion. Other people probably have a completely different opinion, and that's okay. If we all had the same boring opinions, things would be really boring. So rest in peace, Mr. Giffen. He gave the world a lot of cool comic books over the years and a lot of cool characters, including Ninja Weasel's favorite comic book character, the main man himself, Lobo. I just had to let that sink in there on Ninja Weasel for a second. Is there anything else interesting said in here? In the early 80s, he worked with Paul Levitz, Legion, yep. See, I knew you'd like that sentence, Ninja Weasel. Yeah, okay. There's some influence on Buffy, Avengers movie, da 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 da. Oh yeah, Ambush Bug? I didn't know he was the guy who made Ambush Bug. Ambush Bug is a very silly character. Okay, but Ambush Bug is not like the most self-aware comedy character like from the 80s, because that preceded like Deadpool, because you also had the work being done in She-Hulk. And to some extent, you know, also, and I hate to say it, Howard the Duck. Which I'm never going to read a Howard the Duck comic if I can avoid it. If you would like to donate and force me to read Howard the Duck comics, feel free to donate money to me and make me read Howard the Duck comics. I will hate every second of it. Thank you very much. Please nobody give XLG that idea. I don't even know how much Howard the Duck books cost. They're probably like $100 or something. Because who wants them except for like the hardcore? Yeah, where's XLG when you need him? No! No! How could you do this to me? How? Why? Ah! Look at that. I've even hit the camera with my fist. That's how worked up I just got right there. I can't believe you do this to me. Just kind of scrolling down here. I've seen this. I probably own the book this is in. God, look at that Black Canary costume. Isn't that hideous? Isn't that freaking hideous? I never liked this costume. At all. Like, I get it. These are supposed to look like wings or something, right? So very bird-like, but it just doesn't work. And the giant cuffed boots definitely don't work on her as a character item. Wow, look at this, man. They just keep busting out covers for this guy's books. This is awesome. Goodness. He did a lot of books over the years. There he is. Like I said, rest in peace, buddy. Now, you just bought a house, you're too poor to donate. Hey, I bought a house, oh wait, I don't donate, do I? Actually, on Twitch, I do. I will give people bits, but those are bits I get for free from Twitch. So, I don't know if those actually count or not. But it sure is fun to frivolously throw biddies around at people. Like, hello friend, have 10 bits. And here's a silly message to go with them. I think I just got some bits too. I should start throwing them around more liberally. Okay, anyway, that's enough of talking about the other website. YouTube has no doubt deranked, deboosted, demonetized, de-everything this video because I said the T word. I gotta clear some room off on my desk here because we are absolutely stacked. In case you missed it, I went to a bookstore. They had their soft opening, soft reopening, whatever, the other day, Saturday and Sunday, and picked up this book. I actually read this before. I checked it out from a library in Richmond, Kentucky. That was this little trade paperback. This is a freaking hardback, bro. And it's based on the graphic adventure game The Dig. I've never played the game. Kind of like the Blade Runner adventure game. It's been on my to-play list for 25 years. Oh, boy. So I'm never actually going to play it. But the book was pretty entertaining. Like, I don't know like what kind of person Alan Dean Foster is, but this dude writes everything, man. If somebody needs like a licensed novel, he'll churn one out and it'll be entertaining every freaking time. So I thought, hey, for $4, I'm gonna just go ahead and buy this. Now, maybe more interesting to this audience is, of course, Strangers in Paradise, the pocket book. So it's like, I think it's manga size. Let me see. It's a little bit bigger than a manga edition. Not too much bigger. It won't fit in my manga box, though. That's a shame. Black and white, Strangers in Paradise. And, you know, I've never read Strangers in Paradise, so I'm kind of looking forward to sitting down and reading some of this stuff. I like Terry Moore's art. I got his latest art book around here somewhere. Good luck finding it. And the rest of this stuff piled up here is just last week's comics, which I have not read. I am 2 weeks behind in reading comic books. And you can blame Cyberpunk for that. It has consumed my every thought, my every waking moment. I guess I'll just put those books right there. I was showing this off. I was showing that off, man. I saw this in the bin and I'm like, man, I don't even remember. This was a cartoon, right? Wasn't Dino Riders a cartoon? Made to sell the toy line or something? Friendship, Intimate Literacy, video games is my best friend. Now, man, now you're just memeing on me because of how I've been naming my Twitch videos. Jerk. Keep it up. Keep it up. Speaking of which, I don't know. Hey, let's figure something out here before we move on into the comic books, okay? So XLG Can I... How do I get to it? Here we go. Well, I can't go to the store page from the gift page. Okay, well, we'll just go to the store page then. Now that I got the name. So XLG, despite promising he was not going to buy me any more games, which I don't want him to do, bought me this Star Trek game. It's like a Paradox Grand Strategy game, except it's Star Trek. And I don't know anything about it. I never even heard of it before now. So I don't know what this game is about. It's probably based on this, like what they did for Stellaris would be my guess. Also looks like a lot of like Hearts of Iron 4 kind of mechanics, which I don't like. I don't know what to think about this. Bro, hold on, pause. The only uniforms I want are the Wrath of Khan era uniforms. Can I have Wrath of Khan? That's all I want, dude. Oh, but there's going to be like 7 million DLCs for this. Because Paradox doesn't know how to make games without a million DLCs. Can you play the Cardassians? Choose your faction. Federation, Klingon, Romulans, or the Cardassian Union. What, no Ferengi? There was a Star Trek strategy game back in the late 90s that was modeled more like on the Master of Orion 2 kind of mold. Hold on, let me find that. Star Trek Birth of the Federation. And I played a lot of this game, but it was not a very good game. There we go. You guys have like $1 billion in the bank. You don't need many money from me. But I played a lot of this. It kind of sucked. A lot. But it gave you 5 factions. The Federation, the Klingons, the Cardassians, the Romulans, and the Ferengi. And each faction did feel very different. Like, the Federation did really bad at conquering stuff. Whereas the Klingons, if you took a planet, every other Klingon planet would be overjoyed. The Cardassians had buildings you'd build to improve morale, stuff like that. Every faction felt completely different from each other. Lots of interesting stuff in that game. I was never very good at it, and it did kind of suck, though. I am trying to decide... Whoops! I didn't mean to do that. Trying to decide if I actually want to play this or not. I don't know how I feel about it. And the reason I'm saying that is just... It's a Paradox game. I think it's gonna just make me mad. Built upon the core systems of Stellaris, leveraging the deep and complex system and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you just want to keep up with the Cardassians joke? Hey, that's a good joke. Oh, here we go. I guess we'll look at a couple screenshots here. Like, maybe there's something interesting. I don't know, I'll think about it a little more. But that may be a preview of a coming attraction, I don't know. I own Stellaris, but I've never played it either. Mainly because it's a Paradox game, and Stellaris has approximately 1 million bajillion quadrillion DLCs. It's obscene how they do stuff anymore. Anyway, Dino Riders, bro! Harness the power of dinosaurs. Like, I saw this and I'm just like, yep, yoink, I just pulled this right out of the box. I didn't even think about it. We got some dinosaurs in this dinosaur book? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, man. Electrocuting dinosaurs with our dino harvester. Bro, I did this. I did this thing. I got that little figure. I got that G.I. Joe. Well, I might not have it anymore. I had that G.I. Joe, bro. Oh, what a memory. Dude, Velociraptor Cavalry. Now we're playing Ark. I couldn't resist it, man. It had dinosaurs in it. What am I supposed to do? Not pick up a book that's got dinosaurs on the cover? Wow, that's very action-y. Let me look up Dino Riders real quick. Dino Riders. Dynamite! Yeah, I thought it was a cartoon. And a toy line. 14 episodes which were produced on VHS. Show aired in the US as part of the Marvel Action Universe programming block. Bro, you know what else had a really dope cartoon? The Toxic Avenger. How you make a cartoon out of the Toxic Avenger and sell toys, I don't know. But that was back in the 80s, man, when you had R-rated movies. And every R-rated movie had a children's cartoon. Rambo had a cartoon. Conan the Barbarian had a cartoon. RoboCop had a cartoon. The list goes on, dude. Absolutely wild. Questar on trial for the murder of his own mother. Look at the Kirby dots all over this cover. I love it. I love everything about that cover. From the fact that there's a dinosaur on it, to the Kirby dots, to it's very 70s actually for a cartoon that for a comic from like $1 was like 1989. Oh, I didn't do the spiel. I get my comic books at Graham Cracker Comics, and when you go in there on a Wednesday, you get 3 books for free out of the dollar bin, which used to be the 75-cent bin, which used to be the 50-cent bin. Inflation is killing us all. Then also found an issue of Badger that I didn't already own. You know, it'd be really cool one day if I put together like the whole set. I don't actually like Badger that much, but I have like half of the run, and I got them all real cheap. So just kind of continuing that, I think is pretty fun. Oh, look at this dude! Oh! Oh! We should name him Friday. He's the new last boss of the week. Oh, man. But Mike Barron certainly made a lot of money off of... well, I should rephrase that. I hope Mike Barron made a lot of money off of Badger. And he also did the writing on Nexus, too, right? Wasn't it Mike Barron and Steve Rude doing the art? I think so. First Comics. First Comics from Chicago, Illinois. 1988, according to this. You can even read that text. Badger lives with Ham the Weather Wizard in a castle south of Barnfield, Wisconsin. There you go. Oh my gosh, I know where that is. I know where Barnfield freaking is. Oh Lord, I've been living here too long. I need to move back to somewhere where we don't get 10 feet of snow every winter. Anyway, that moment of existential dread and terror was brought to you by Badger and Mike Barron. Thank you for hanging out with us. The other book I got for free out of the dollar bin, and it was only cost 50 cents originally, so a dollar bin is a markup, is New Wave. These were like little short books. Sometimes they did this where there'd be like half of a regular book or something. Like, what's this got? 14 pages? 12, 14 pages? Let's see. Their page numbers? Oh, whoa! I love this first page, though. 5. Oh, yeah, there's page numbers in the corners of some of these. 9, 11, 13. So there's 14 pages, because this was the page before the last one. So that's one way to keep your costs down, is just making your book like half the size, but you're selling 2 issues a month, so it's really just like you're publishing 1 full-size comic book a month for $1. Pretty ingenious. You can suck people in that way. At least that was the idea, since I don't think the comic book company exists anymore, and hasn't for a long time, and nobody talks about the new wave. I'm kind of thinking that maybe their whole plot here flopped. But hey, we got something crazy in here? No, not really. We don't have like dudes with lasers shooting each other. I mean, that's our action right here. This looks like all the action that was in the book, and it's just like 3 panels. I like that pose. It's got a little like foreshortening on it. See how the legs are extended? Because we've got at least on him, he's either leaning back or we've got like a fisheye effect or something, and it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, my shop man just took a look at this stuff and he just kind of shook his head. Sean was just like, Then he did, oof. Like he went, oof. And then he went, oof. And then he went, oof. For each one of those. Now, don't worry. I did actually pay for something. House of Slaughter 18. Hopefully this is a little more... Well, it already looks a little more juicy than the last issue. Because the last issue was just kind of like the kid gets bullied by his new friends. And now we've got like the kid is running when there's a monster and all kinds of stuff. I can get behind that. I can definitely get behind that. Yeah. I don't know what else to say right now. I'm kind of tapped out, man. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I don't really want to flip through this book too much more. Like, I saw something I really liked here. This whole 2-page spread just looks absolutely dope. We're like mixing it up between the kid hunting the monster, his temporary family life, all that stuff. We're bouncing back and forth. It looks great, and I kind of want to go read the book. So I think we're actually just going to call it here and have a super short new comic book day video, and I think that's okay with me. You know, I think that's okay, unless you guys got something you want to talk about. I think I'm out. We'll see what the chat says here in a second. And by the chat, I really just mean Ninja Weasel, because we got some lurkers, but he's the only one talking, and that ain't a jab at you lurkers. I love you guys. I love you people that come in and you watch the stream back later. It's all cool, man. Just happy to be sharing something I enjoy with you. All right. Ninja says, right on, man. Go chill and stuff. Catch you next time. You all take care of yourselves. You've been beautiful people as always. Love you. Hope you tune in next week, and join me on Twitch sometime too. If you don't watch me on Twitch, you know, you can see my game stuff live over there, and I'm always happy to talk about comic books, like no matter what. It's all good, bro. Take care. Bye bye. You're getting the thumbs up. I'm gonna mute my mic, and we'll get out of here in a few seconds.